Okay ji. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I am over here with you with the chapter number 4. Yes, the first aid chapter, and this is my first lecture related to this chapter. In this chapter we will deal all the grammatical concepts in the chapter and in the exercise. Now I am coming towards the main objectives of the grammar that are present in this chapter. We will learn about prefix and suffix. We will learn about the idioms. We will learn about the types of adverb, and we will learn about the adverb phrase, gerunds and infinitive, active and passive voice. So this lecture is really very important and beneficial for all of you because all these terms are really very important for the paper, especially active voice and passive voice when we are going to deal with this. Now I am coming towards the first technique, prefix and suffix. Before going to understand what is prefix and suffix, we will have to understand the affix. I have given out this concept in detail in the lectures that I have delivered to you related to the 9th class, but now I am going to tell you again about it. Affix is a word which is when added to the root word changes its meanings. Yes, it can be added or removed from a word, and when the root word is added by the prefix or suffix, then this addition changes the meaning of that word. Now I am coming towards the prefix. Prefix is the word added at the start of the root word. The next thing is that suffix. This is the word added at the end of the root word. Now I am coming towards the examples. The examples are over here on the screen in front of you. It will surely help you to understand the words. For example, regard, dislocate. Here in the word regard, the re is a suffix, and in the word dislocate, dis is the suffix. So in these words you can understand that the meaning of the word will be changed out by the addition of the suffixes in that, in the addition of the prefixes in these words. Now I am coming towards the second objective of the related to the grammar in the chapter first aid. This is the use of the idioms. What is an idiom? First you have to understand what is an idiom. It is an expression whose meaning cannot be predicted from the usual meaning of its constituent elements. Yes, you cannot guess out the meaning from the constituent element. For example, above all, it is an idiom and its meaning is most important. Above all, you have to wash your hands properly every day to handle this pandemic situation. In this sentence, you cannot be able to understand the meaning of above all by its constituent meanings because this is an idiom, but when you are going to understand the sentence completely and comprehendingly, then you will be easily able to understand the meaning of that idiom. But so, the idioms are the words and expressions whose meanings cannot be predicted from the usual meaning of its constituent elements. Okay students, now I am coming towards the types of adverbs. Before going to discuss the type of adverb, we should have to know about the adverbs. Adverbs are the verbs that explain a verb. Yes, these are the words which provide us the explanation of a word. Yes, that is the action in the sentence. Now I am coming towards the types of the adverbs. Here on the screen you can see all the types of adverbs in front of you. First of all is the adverb of frequency. This is the first type. These adverbs are always, sometime, often, usually, frequently, rarely, hardly ever, never, generally, etc. These words come in the category of adverbs of frequency. Example is over here in front of you. She normally eats 3 meals a day. I usually buy all my vegetables at the market. Now I am coming towards second type, adverbs of manner. These adverbs are cheerfully, efficiently, painfully, carefully, slowly, badly, easily, well, quickly. Now I am coming towards the example of these adverbs. The children were playing happily with their toys. The police dealt with the incident very efficiently. Adverbs of time. I am coming towards the adverbs of time. Now, yesterday, soon, later, yet, tomorrow, already, tonight, today, then, last month or year, etc. These are the adverbs of time. She had already gone when we got there. I am going to hang out with my friends tomorrow. Adverb of place, of, above, aboard, for, on, away, back, here, out, outside, behind, in, down, downstairs, etc. All these are the adverb of places. He generally go anywhere, everywhere with him. Let's open the box and see what's inside it. Now I'm coming towards adverbs of degree. Quite, to, entirely, very, extremely, rather, almost, absolutely, just, barely, deeply, etc. All these are adverbs of degree. I am not absolutely certain I posted it. He was quite agreeable to accepting the plan. Adverbs of evaluation. Apparently, clearly, fairly, frankly, fortunately, honestly, hopefully, carelessly, etc. David is clearly unhappy to be here. Frankly, I think the internet is overrated. Conjunctive adverbs. Accordingly, beside, equally, further, hence, namely, next, now, additionally, etc. These are the conjunctive adverbs. I do not want to go. Besides, I am too tired. Furthermore, they had not consulted with her. Okay student, this precise chart will surely help you to understand all the types of adverbs. I have given you the verbs related to the types of adverbs, and I have told you with one or two examples the use of these words in the sentences. Now I am coming towards the next category, that is we have to learn about the use of adverb phrase. Now before going to learn the use of adverb phrase, the main important thing is that we have to learn what is an adverb phrase. Here is the definition of adverb phrase in front of you on the board. An adverb phrase is a prepositional phrase that modifies a verb. Yes, this is a phrase which helps us to understand the quality of that word. Example is over here. Good nutrition is important for health. Here for health is going to explain us how good nutrition is important. So for health is an adverbial phrase. Vitamins are provided in many foods. Where vitamins are provided? This question has to be happened out. This question has to be answered out by using the adverbial phrase in many foods in this sentence. So you can surely be able to understand the adverbial phrase as well as their use in the sentence. Okay students, now I am coming towards gerunds and infinitives. Here on the screen, on the board, you can see that the gerund is a word that acts like a noun in a sentence. So this word acts like a noun in a sentence. It is obtained by adding ing to the root verb. Here is an example which will surely help you to understand the concept of gerund completely. Swimming is my favorite sport. Here swimming is a verb also, but this verb is acting just like a noun over here. By the addition of ing, we have make it a noun. So such type of words which behave like a noun in a sentence known as gerund. So I have highlighted this word swimming over here in front of you. Now I am coming towards infinitive. It is obtained by adding a suffix to in front of the verb or using the verb in plain form. Here is an example which will surely help you to understand the infinitives. He bought some flowers to give to his wife. Here to give. Why he has bought out the flowers? To give to his wife. So to give word is indicating an infinitive, and we have added to as a suffix before the word give, so to change this verb in an infinitive. So in this way you can easily understand the process of gerunds, making of gerunds, and you can identify the presence of gerunds and infinitives in a sentence. Now I am coming towards active and passive voice. Okay students, here on the board you can see that I have written down active and passive voice. These are the two type of voice. So in the first type, active mein, when we are talking about the active voice, then we will talk about the subject. What subject is doing, the focus is upon that point. in active sentences, and when we are going to change it into a passive sentence, the focus will shift towards the action. Here the focus is over the subject and here the focus is over the action. This is the main difference between active and passive voice. Example is over here. Lion killed an elephant. Here the focus is over the subject, that the lion has killed an elephant, but now I am going to shift the focus towards a word. How I will shift it? An elephant was killed by a lion. So this is the way in which we change the active sentence towards the passive sentence. Here on the screen you can see that I have given you a precise chart in which I have told you out how you can change the active sentences belonging to all tenses. Here I have given you in the first column the tenses, in the second column the sentences related to that tense in the active voice form, and in the third column sentences related to that tense in the passive voice form are present. So from this chart you can take help to understand the rules and regulations while you are going to change the sentences from active to passive voice related to any type of tense. Yes students, this lecture will surely help you to understand all the grammatical concepts that are present in front of you over here. I have given you out a detailed note of all these objectives, and I have given you the examples also so that you can easily be able to handle out the exercise and the unit. In the next lecture, I will give you the complete description of all the passages one by one. I will explain you and I will summarize all the passages in front of you, and I will give you the most important words from the chapter with their complete grammatical description. Till then you have to wait for me. I will be with you as soon as possible, inshallah ta'ala. Allah Hafiz.